In
Yoshi
here?
Kid Neo, and today we're playing D&D with some of my buddies.
Oh,
So,
you're lucky. I gave that purple back so I could get blue. So
all right. So I'm gonna give you guys some backstory about what's going on and how we're gonna start off this campaign. So, welcome to the world of Boridil. Don't know where I came up with the name, but I did. So, you've been walking for days, transporting goods from the desert outpost to the west. The goods are headed to the fortress of Siege the Crimson, a warlord that swears loyalty to no man. Your merry band of adventurers have been hired by Sylvia Stamper, a quartermaster for Siege's fortress. These goods are vital to the army based at the fortress, as they have not yet set up a reusable food source due to the lack of farmers in the area. Although you do not ally yourself with Siege and his cause, you do work where the gold is good. As the years have gone by, your team has begun to make a name for itself and are known to complete any task they are given. Only half a day's walk back to the fortress, and the day is young. You set up camp right outside the woods nearest the fortress and should make it to your destination by nightfall. So, we haven't named our merry band of adventurers just yet, but currently we are in the tile where that X mark is. Do you see it?
Uh,
It's
no.
very
yes,
tiny,
it's right beside the fortress.
and I
You'll
can
see.
I'll add big ass arrows too.
I just want you zoomed out. That's all.
Okay,
Hey,
so
hey, there it is.
all right, so that's where we currently are, and we're trying to get to this here fortress of Siege the Crimson. So we
Alright.
have about half a day's walk ahead of us, and I'm not sure you guys should be able to like be familiar with the surroundings, but this is all basic world knowledge, like every no one knows about it. These woods, I don't think have a name, but now we'll go to the forest where we are all hanging out at a campfire. This is the
Yeah.
caravan. There's supposed to be a way we can ping each other, but I don't know how to do it. The caravan is right below us, so we're all kind of just hanging out by a fire. And we do have plenty of time before the darkness hits, before we need to be at the fortress. So, this is the part where if you had stuff that you wanted to talk to other characters about or anything, we would do role playing. So, I guess we can all go around the campfire and introduce ourselves as characters to the team, even though we've been working with each other for a while. But this will give people a perspective of what you're about and who you are. So, does
Should I do this
anyone?
in character?
Yeah, do it in character. So, who wants to go first? Tony.
So you want us to give our backstory and stuff?
Yeah, that just so that everyone kind of knows what you're all about. So do the basic like what your name is, and I guess a background of what has led you here. I guess what we could do is we're like hired by like a contracting group that sends out adventurers to complete tasks for people. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, go ahead, Tony.
My name is Javorkin, and I'm from the village of Thesk. I'm only 19 years old, but I was kicked out of my tribe after my father, who is the leader of the tribe, forced my human mother to marry him. I grew up having to kill my friends in battle in order to uh, to keep on living, and then I just could not kill my best friend Barrett. They tried to kill us or make us kill each other, but I just could not, and so they threw a spear right through his heart, and then they kicked me out and banished me. So I found myself amongst you all, just trying to make gold and grow up, and one day I will avenge my mother and my friend and tear down that horrible village of orcs.
I'm all down to do that with ya. My name's Crowley. I'm a little hill dwarf. Used to live up in Mavery Forest. It's a little north of this here area. But yeah, I'm a dwarven druid. You probably never heard of those before. But we are very small and but we know our stuff. What I've been doing with my life is I've been trying to find a very rare plant that should be able to get rid of all of the deserty areas and all the dead places in the world. So I'm trying to find this plant, but so far it's been very, very difficult to find. So I'm hoping that with you guys we might get a contract that'll lead me to my prize. The name's Crowley, by the way. Have Emma go next. Come on, lass, introduce yourself. By the way, nice armor.
You respect the ladies.
My name is Eliana. I grew up on a farm in the mountains. My father was human, and my mother was an elf. She came from a far land and hunted in the forests with my father. When I was a teenager, she became ill, and she's been bedridden. My father afterwards sold our farm, and now they just live in the cottage. And with nothing else to do at home, I've decided to leave. So now I'm working here with you all.
Alright, Martin or Miranda?
Let's hear from this little devil lady looking thing.
Ha, shit. So, I'm Anara. I grew up in the streets. You want some forged documents or anything? Come to me. And just keep in mind, I don't trust you. You don't trust me. It's all good. We're all getting paid.
I kinda like her attitude. As long as the job gets done, nah.
I
It'll be
reckon
done.
so.
How about you, you old dragon dude?
Little.
Well-
I hail from the tribe of Irisk. They kicked me out as soon as they heard I wanted to become a bard, but I'm just out to make a name for myself. Collect stories, tell stories. I don't really have as much of a depressing backstory as any of you folks.
That I can get behind. Well,
Hopefully we can have a little bit of fun.
oh, definitely. Do you have any good stories? Or are you in the process of making them still?
I'm in the process of adventuring for good stories.
Oh. Well, let's make a good story today, huh?
I can be behind that.
Alright.
Yes, to learn me this term of fun.
Oh, we'll teach you good, lad. We'll teach you good. So, I guess, if anything, we might as well go ahead and pack up camp and head out, huh?
Why not?
Alrighty. Let us go. Are y'all coming?
Yeah, come on, little ones.
I like this function. This is pretty neat.
So we just click and drag, huh?
Yeah. So now let me see.
Interesting.
We should be able... Actually, I wonder if I have to populate the tokens myself.
So the arrows will let you move back and forth. You don't have to click and drag if you.
I do. That's
So we can
upsetting.
do arrows?
Yeah, the arrows will allow me to do it.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so...
So it's a white screen.
Is it?
No, mine's not one.
Yeah, Emma's is not, but mine is. Maybe it's needs a refresh.
Mine looks okay.
I see the tokens showing up now.
Yeah, I'm populating them in. Yeah, it shouldn't be a white screen. That's weird. Where's Crowley? Where's that? Oh, what happened to my... I gotta find my caravan. That was a cool-ass caravan. Here it is.
Out of curiosity, how far do arrows go when you shoot them?
It should say how, depending on what your bow is, lets you...
Okay. Oh, so it's in the book.
Yeah.
Alright, I see the dwarf.
You only see the dwarf?
Oh, I was able to let
I
me
see
do
all
that.
of them. You might need to refresh.
I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, it's not letting us move anything.
Oh hey, things.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it won't let us move our people. Huh.
Give me a sec. Because for some reason it wouldn't let me, there. Alright, Miranda, you're good.
Alright, I see things. This is great.
Okay, so it's just gonna take a, I guess it just takes a second to load. I'm still learning this website because this will be the first time I've ever used it. So,
Oh, good.
Ah, there we go.
We are about to get ambushed. Awesome.
Nah, it just whenever you see my little whenever yours turns into that, whenever you hover over your person, it allows you to have control.
alright, so as we start moving towards our destination, we've come across what looks like a group of Ooh, how'd you do that ping? That was cool.
What ping?
You did a ping somehow.
Don't get
Did
too
I?
close.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Oh, because I got close?
Yeah.
Because I went into the bushes?
Maybe. Alright, anyway, so as on our travels, we have come across a couple of folks that are in the roadway. Stop right there! Now, who has the highest charisma?
Well, obviously.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
looks
me.
like our bard with 20 charisma. So I think you'll have to have conversation with this here lady.
Yeah, he has the highest one.
Oh dear, that's a mighty good-looking lass. I'm not really good at talking to attractive people, so I'll just stand back here and give you moral support, lad.
I will
Oh.
jump on anything that haunts you.
Does she look like threatening? Or
So what you see before you, I don't think you'll need to roll for it, but what you see before you is a female elf. You're not sure exactly what she's all about, but she has a narrow face with thick red hair and green eyes, and she wears studded leather and wields a short sword and a light crossbow. Other than that, you don't see anything. She doesn't look like she's too aggressive or anything like that.
Just so you know, my character has a bow ready.
Okie dokie. Alright,
We'll
so
stand back so I don't intimidate her.
state your business. What are you doing here?
what were we doing? We were delivering things, right?
Yeah, we're transporting this caravan to Siege the Crimson.
Say something,
Man.
We're mercenaries, transporting goods. What of it?
Oh, mercenaries. Well, you may have been ill-informed, but there's a war up ahead, and this is a toll road. So you're going to have to pay me 5 gold for each person and 20 gold for the caravan to get through. I think we've got the coin for it, but I don't know if this is official or not.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
I definitely want to seduce this chick.
You want to seduce? Alright, go ahead and, so do you have the dice? Yeah, the dice roller is, actually in the chat bar. So,
/roll.
yeah, so do /R and then do, type 1d20, and then it'll be your charisma modifier of 5, so +5.
Am I allowed
God.
to even talk?
Alright, 2. So you...
Dang.
Well, hold on. So you rolled the 2, and it's got to add... This will be...
5.
Yeah, this will be like a persuasion check, so it'll add 7, which is 9. But you do not seduce her. But go ahead and try. Spit your line. Well, you gonna pay the gold or not?
Maybe we can work out an arrangement, I say as I wink seductively.
The only arrangement that we're gonna have is that your pockets are gonna get lighter, while my pockets get heavier. So, Miranda, with you sneaking up there, I need you to roll for stealth.
Okay. What am I rolling?
You'll roll a d10 or a d20 plus 5.
Dang it!
So as you're walking to that bush, it rustles, and this guy, hey! And then this guy draws his, he has a bow in hand, and he draws his arrow and points it towards you, Miranda. Come out of the bush! Come on out to where we can see you. We know you're there.
Yeah. You caught me.
Oh, we were looking for her, actually. She went to go pick some flowers, you know. She's a special kind of person, you know. So, don't mind her. She was just catching a butterfly or two. Yeah. You can, go on back over to your people. You haven't paid toll yet, so you're not passing us.
Wait, is that?
Alright, everybody. Are we gonna pay toll, or, what are we gonna do here?
So all we can see right now is the 3 people and her.
Yes. We don't have all day. You've got just a couple more seconds before I start to get really irritated.
How much was it again?
5 gold per person and 20 gold for the wagon.
20 gold for the.
So we could
I don't
each,
know.
yeah, we could each pay 9
Seems
gold.
a little bit steep.
A little steep, huh? I represent Siege the Crimson. His fortress is on this road. You should know that.
If you represent Siege the Crimson, then you will understand that our cargo is vital for him and his people.
Yeah. I'm not worried about what's vital for anybody but myself. So pay me, and you can get on with your lives.
So you represent yourself, not Siege.
No, Siege told me specifically to make sure anyone coming here pays the gold so that we can get more equipment for the fortress. Let me go get my pizza real quick.
Okay. Do we want to?
Do we have attack dogs? Is that what's going on?
So I mean,
Do we have an aside?
we can either pay the 9 gold apiece, or we can try to battle them, or we can. I don't think there's any persuasion that we can do right now. I mean, maybe I can intimidate them to let us buy.
I shave coins, but I don't know if I'd have enough. If I technically have enough to try to. I would have to hope that they don't notice that they're fake.
I don't know. I feel like she should have documentation that says that she's representing this.
Yeah, I do
Siege
forge
or whatever.
documents.
What
However,
do you think?
I have to see the documents first in order to forge them. I have to see the official documents.
Anyway, as we were saying, I represent myself.
All
But
right. What kind of documents do they need?
they don't need any documents. Or are you
I want to see
talking...
documents.
Oh, you want... What do you mean you want to see documents? You'll have to take my word for it.
It sounds suspiciously like you're just lying to us.
Y'all, I think we ran across a Robin Hood.
So do you want... If you want...
Or is she stealing for?
Themselves.
Yeah. So Martin, you can do an intimidation check. So do a d20 and we'll add 7 to it.
And I'll step forward.
You'll step forward, huh?
Yeah. As he intimidates.
Oh, I forgot to.
Oh, I see.
God.
Come on, dude.
I don't have to show my documentation to the likes of you. You are beneath me, and you will pay or you will turn around. I say we just pay the lass. We've got plenty of coin, don't we?
Alright.
You do.
But we'll have to put it to a vote. I'm not paying anyone else's share. So does everyone agree to pay the lady, or are we gonna get into an altercation here?
If we pay, I'm paying with fake money. With some saved coins.
I can dig that.
What do I have to roll for that?
Let me see. Cause yeah, that's which you have a. Isn't that your little skill?
Yeah, it's my favorite scam. Shaving
Okay.
coins or forged.
We'll just have you roll a. We'll do a. Damn it, they don't have bluff anymore. What the hell would it be? We'll just do sleight of hand. Oh, they do have deception. Yeah, we'll do deception.
I should have gone with sleight of hand because sleight of hand has more.
Nah, deception for sure.
You can chime in.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and roll a d20 and add 4 to it, and that'll be your deception roll for paying her 9 shaved coins.
Yeah, I'm cool with paying her.
Alright.
I'll pay her. Begrudgingly.
14, alright, plus 4, so 18. So you give her the coins. So we all give her coins. We'll all give her 9 coins. So go ahead and deduct those coins from your total. Oh wait, Martin, I don't know if we rolled for your starting goal. Give yourself 130 gold.
Okay.
All of us?
Martin.
No, you
Everyone else should. Yeah, everyone else should have it. Martin's sheet
Where
didn't
does
have
gold go under anyway?
it. Under the equipment on the first page.
Oh.
Yeah, you gave Martin gold the first time. I remember because you gave him extra.
Yeah. He didn't write it down though, so I don't remember how much I gave him.
He had like 140. He had like 10 more than me. I remember that.
All right.
Whatever, I'm down to 121 now, and I'm sad.
Okay.
All right. So as we pay the lady, here you go, lass. This is the collective fee. So we'll be on our way then. So she steps back, and her comrades come up to her, and they put the gold in a pile. And then you hear this guy, "Wow, this is the mother lode. This is more than we've ever gotten before. Do you think the boss will be happy?" Shh, quiet, you fools. They can still hear us. Hey, I don't think that you work for Siege, do ya? Crap, we've been found out. Draw your weapons! And as that happens, everyone,
Draws their weapons?
Yep.
I
So-
draw my weapon.
I drew my weapon.
Alright, so Miranda, go ahead and do a stealth check for me.
Yep.
And then add 5 to it. 14. So, she actually sees you get into that bush, but the other 3 don't.
Oh, okay, cool.
But first we all have to roll initiative. So the way you roll for initiative is you take your dexterity modifier and you add that to a d20. So it'll be roll 1 d20
This is nice.
plus 2. So I've got 12.
D20.
God.
It's D20. And then add your modifier, so you see the 0. See the arrow?
I need to get my sticky notes out. Hold on.
3. Yep.
Can I stop rolling
And
single
press roll.
digits, please? Really?
Don't I have an attack? Where is it?
Alright, so 12, 7, 13, 6, 8. Why did Emma roll again? We can just add
We
3
only-
to 6.
We only rolled once.
No, y'all rolled twice.
Oh, I think I see what it is.
Yeah.
When we
You
get-
rolled again to add the thing, but we can just add it.
Oh, Yeah, so when we clicked on when you click on D20, it
Uh-huh.
rolls. I guess.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so
You have to.
if you try to select your dice, you have to I guess you have to press the arrow on advance roll.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
press on it.
So yeah, I guess we can use the 6 and 8. So mine's 10 and hers is 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yours is 10, hers is 9. Alright, so it looks like, let's see, the bandits are actually going to go first. Alright, so this gentleman is, from what y'all can see, he has a short sword. This one has a rapier. Oh, wait, yeah, y'all don't see me selecting them, huh?
I don't see what
No.
you're doing.
Give me a sec. Let me... I wonder if I can do...
Which last time? The paint.
Can you see that little red thing?
There is
Okay.
there's a red dot.
Alright, so the dude with the red dot, he's got a, what's it called? A short sword. The one with the green has a rapier. The purple has a bow. And then this chick in the blue, the one that we've been talking to, is dual wielding 2 daggers. Or no, never mind, my bad. What did I say? A short sword and a light crossbow. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so they end up going first. So this dude is going to walk up 1, 2, 3, 4 to the barbarian, and he is going to attack you with his short sword.
Bring it, son.
So you have an armor class of 15.
And you have to do a saving roll, right?
Well, no, he doesn't. So Tony, the way it works when you're getting attacked by like a melee or ranged attack is your armor class, so whatever armor you're wearing. And right now Tony's got an armor class of 15. So the bandit is going to be rolling against that armor class with whatever saving throws he gets.
Okay.
So you can't move until it's our turn.
So give me one. Yeah. So now, yeah, once we're in the battle, you can't move until it's your turn.
Yeah. So you have to go back right behind me.
I am
Because
looking
the
for...
initiative determines what we go in, and so the bandits rolled higher than what we did. So.
Alright, so what he's going to end up doing, he gets /roll 1d20. So he rolled a 17, which is higher than Tony's armor class, so he hits with his short sword, which does 1d8 of damage. Oh, whoops. 1. Alright, Tony, so you took 7 damage. So just, yeah, on your hit points, just, I guess, deduct. You can put on the temporary hit points how much you've taken. Alright, so now that he's done his turn, this dude is going to walk up right here, and he's going to attack Martin. So Martin has a armor class of 11. And then the rapier, let's see, he'll do /roll 1d20 plus 1. 9, so he misses. So he lunges at you with his rapier, but you lift your arm and it goes right between your armpit and misses. Now this lady is going to come up and attack Miranda because she saw him. As she moves up, this guy's going to be like, this is why you're the boss. I didn't even see that chick. So she's going to attack with her short sword, which is roll 1d20 plus 2, 10, and your armor class is 11, so she misses.
Yes.
And then this guy, he's got his bow, and he is going to shoot at Tony with his bow /roll 1d20. I'm sure there's macros out there that I can actually develop to roll these kind of things, so it's a little faster. But we'll do that next time for sure. Oh, he got a... Alright, so this is the fun part. He got a critical miss by rolling a 1. So if you look at the chat box, you'll see the die with the number 1 in it. That's the die roll. That +2 is the modifier that this bandit had when using an arrow. But anytime you roll a 1, it's a critical miss and will miss no matter what with negative consequences. If you hit a 20, or if you roll a 20 naturally, that's a natural 20, and that means that you will automatically hit the person you're attacking no matter what. So keep that in mind for the future. But let me paint you a story. This man...
Can I paint the story?
Nah, dude, this one, I've already got a good one.
Dang it.
Alright, so this man, he pulls back his bow, he takes aim, because he can see over his buddy's shoulder, since, you know, our half-orc friend is 6 foot something, yeah. As he lets go of the arrow, his bowstring snaps, and he actually shoots his buddy in the back of his left shoulder. And as he goes, the bowstring slaps him in the eye and causes him half blindness for a turn, meaning his next turn he'll be half blind. But his friend there is going to take 1d6 of damage.
Nice.
It's going to be +2. So that dude ended up taking 6 damage to his back. So he lets out a yelp.
Ha! Puny human.
Yeah, so he lets out a little yelp, and now he's got a arrow sticking out of his back. And with that, it is our turn. We'll see, I had 12. Miranda, you are first.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I attack with my rapier.
Alright, so you'll go your rapier, you'll do a d20. And it'll be a d20 +3. Oh, this pizza's so good.
13.
13. Alright. That hits. Now you'll do the damage, which for the rapier is going to be 1d8. And that's going to be +1 for your strength modifier.
So 1d8 plus 1.
Damn, 7. Nice.
Cool.
So you just did 7 damage to this lady.
Awesome.
So, let's see, and there was 6 to the other. Yeah, you did 7 damage. Now it is, I think it's my turn. Yep, my turn. So, Crowley over here, the druid, I'm actually going to step back into this little bush. And I'm going to pluck a berry from the bush. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my poison spray ability. So what that does is, yeah. So I have to use the little berry thing, and I extend my palm out like I'm about to do like a Kamehameha on this dude. And then my roll for it, I believe, is a d20 plus my wisdom modifier, plus my proficiency bonus, which is +7. So this is the hit. Oh, whoops. D20 plus 7. 10. So I miss.
Oh no.
Well, at least it's not. At least it's not a natty 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I would have poisoned you guys. Oh, that's used to work in the past. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright, next is... Let's see, who's next? I believe it is Tony.
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
So, with my, one of my traits, I have a question. So one of my traits that has rage, and it says 2 rages, so I guess, does that mean I get 2 rages a day?
I think so, yeah. So you can select when you use the rage, but you can only do it twice a day.
And is it for the entire battle or just for that one turn?
It should say how long it lasts. I think it's for like a certain amount of turns. But you can use it, and I'll look it up real quick while you...
Okay. Well, I'm going to swing for this
Your rage lasts for 1 minute.
1 minute, so
Yeah.
what would you say? Is that 1 turn or 2 turns?
Well, the way it works is a turn where everybody goes is 6 seconds. So it'll last the whole battle. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you gotta. So instead of thinking of it as the game, like whenever we're taking our turns, like I just took a turn. All right, now this person's gonna like everything's happening all at once. We're just like painting a picture. So what we could do, I don't want to. It takes a lot of time. Is you sit there and everyone rolls their stuff to figure out if people hit, miss, whatever. And you take it all down, and then you would pretty much play it back as a 6-second span of time of everyone doing their action all at once.
Nah, I'm good like this.
Yeah. Alright, so you go into a rage.
Yeah, so as I go into a rage, you just hear this loud roar, like roar, and then like this like black and red streaks just go all over my face and my chest, so it looks kind of cool. And then I take my great axe and I'm swinging towards the guy in green.
The rapier guy.
Yeah.
Alright, so your rage gives you an advantage on strength checks and saving throws. So when you attack with the melee, you're using strength, so you actually roll 2d20 for this. And you'll add your strength bonus to it, which is 4. So just roll, do /R, 2d20.
I think I got it. Let's see.
Oh wow, you got a natural 20.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Now,
Nice.
also when you hit a natural 20, it's a crit, which means you roll 2 damage die. And your great axe is 1d12, so you're actually going to be rolling... Yeah, you're about to kill this dude. So roll 2d12, and I think
Is
you...
it +6?
No, it'll only be +4. It's only your strength.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, so let me make sure, because there's something... It says here that you get a bonus to your strength. I want to see what that means. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as the barbarian, shown in the rage damage column. What? Oh, so it adds another 2, so that's 10 damage. So you do 10 damage to this dude. Go ahead and paint me a picture of you killing him, but not in a glorious manner, like no decapitation or limbs fall off.
Okay.
Yeah, you just fucked this dude up.
Alright. So obviously he's attacking my friend. So after I raged and I like drew my axe over my head, I turn it around my body and kind of like hit this guy in the gut, which causes him to, and I follow it down to the ground. So like I pretty much swing my axe into his gut and it hits him into the ground.
Alright. And then he goes flying back about 5 feet because you're so brutally strong. And, yeah, this guy right here, he's like, holy fuck! And he actually steps back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I swing kind of like all the way through, and that guy misses, because obviously I don't hit him.
Yeah. I don't think you have... I think there's a feat called Cleave that allows you to roll to see if you hit another person.
Okay.
We can look that up later, though. Actually, no, there is no Cleave. They don't have that anymore. They got rid of it. Anyway, so your turn is done, and now it is Emma's turn. I wonder if I can paint this dude a different color. Can I give him a tint of black? Oh, I can. Neat. What if I give him a tint of white? Alright, he's dead. That's a ghost. That's a ghostly figure.
Nice.
All right, Emma. So it's your turn.
Yes, I'll. Can I move around, Tony?
Yeah, you can. So you can move up to 30 feet. Each square counts as 5 feet. So you could move to the side of him, and you'd be in range of this dude, this chick, and this dude. How'd you do that?
What?
She just
Ping.
clicked and dragged.
I think that's just how we pinged, because that's when you first told me I pinged too.
Okay. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, alright, yeah. Alright, so are you gonna shoot somebody?
Yeah, I'll shoot the little red guy.
Alright. So roll a d20 plus 5.
It's already on there.
11. It actually does hit.
Nice.
So go ahead and you'll roll, let's see, you roll 1d8 for your longbow of damage, and that'll be plus 3. Alright. No, he already took 6 damage, so 5 damage. He's dead, so go ahead and paint a picture of how the arrow kills him. No decapitation.
I don't think an arrow can do that, but.
It can in certain games.
Depends on who's talking.
Do you just want to shoot him in between the eyes and he falls over?
Yeah.
Alright.
Way better than what I was.
Oh. Well, no, go with what you were going to go.
No, that's good.
Okay. So Emma stands back with her longbow in hand. And after aiming for about 30 seconds, I'm just joking. After aiming for just a split second, she releases the arrow and it goes right in between this dude's face. And he falls over dead.
Wow.
Nice.
Alright, Martin, now it's your turn.
That was pretty hot.
Let's see. I have 30 speed, right?
Yep.
Let's see. I'm gonna move like. So can I move like here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
6. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at her with my long sword.
Alright, so it'll be 1d20 plus 4.
I hate my life.
Well, we found our low roller for the campaign. Unfortunately, that does not hit. But as you go in for the swing, she tries to dodge, and she trips over a rock and falls onto her face.
Awesome.
So now she's in a prone state. Now we all roll initiatives again. So 1d20 plus your dexterity modifiers. Neat.
Yep.
Sweet.
God.
He's not getting any type of luck. Oh,
I think
that's
we found our
hilarious.
filters.
Oh yeah, we found the low roller.
Wow,
Nice.
everyone else.
Alright, so the way...
Get it together, Martin. Jeez.
Keep up.
I cry desperately.
Alright, so... Just for the sake of surprise, I'm not... I'm using a separate dice roller for the bandits.
Okay.
Alright, so it looks like Miranda goes first.
Oh, now?
Yep.
So I'm gonna step back here, and then I'm gonna shoot her with my short bow.
Okay.
She's like,
And
this
that
enemy.
is a D6, I think.
Well, that's for damage. It's all when you're trying to attack. It's always D20.
D20. Alright, plus my strength.
No. So ranged weapons use dexterity,
Okay, sweet.
and melee weapons use strength. So your short bow will get a +5.
Plus 5.
Alright, that hits. So now you'll roll the 1d6 of damage.
Plus.
Did she hit?
Yep.
Wait, plus. And you said that's plus my dexterity also?
Yeah, just your dexterity. So it'll be 1d6 +3.
Plus 3. Oh, not the 5.
Yeah. So the 5 is to hit because you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Jesus
Or-
Christ.
Alright. So she's taking a total of 11 damage. She's still standing. Well, right now she's on her face, but
I'm still annoyed that I got a low roll. Whatever.
alright.
That means you're gonna be
So she took 11 damage.
possibly.
Yeah. Well, no, she took 4 damage, but she was already at 7. Now
Okay.
she's at 11. Alright, so now it's my turn. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And moving diagonally counts as 10. And you can't stand, yeah, you can't stand on bodies. So from right here, I should be able to hit this dude. Let me see what my... Gotta make sure this spell hits. What's the range of this bad boy? No, it's only 10 feet. So I'm actually going to attack the lady. So I'm going to use my Produce Flame. So I hold out my hand and I sort of blow into my hand and then I snap my fingers. And then on the tip of my finger there's a small little flame that you see. I'm like, this should lighten up the party. And I sit there and I point at the lady in a throwing motion with my finger. And it throws this little flame into a fireball. So now I gotta roll. See if it hits. So let's roll 1d20 plus 7. It hits.
Definitely hits.
So as she's laying there, my flame comes into contact with her arse, and it lights on fire. And she jumps up and starts screaming as she runs away over here. Let's see, how much damage is that? With her ass on fire. So it is 1d8, so slash roll 1d8 plus 5. 13 damage.
Dang.
He's gotta be dead.
No.
Seriously? Please die.
Alright. Now it is Emma's turn.
How far did you say we can move?
You can move 6 squares. Not counting diagonals. Diagonals count as 2 squares.
Can you walk over people?
You can, but you can't end your turn on them.
Okay.
Because if you do, well, I guess technically you could, but then you would be at a hindrance, and you'd be at a disadvantage of using your thing just because of the uneven terrain. But your bow should have distance enough to hit either of these people if you move to like...
Like
Where's...
beside you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can shoot them. You can shoot this dude for sure. From right there.
Well, from him?
Yeah. You wouldn't even have to move. The only thing is if you roll a 1, it's probably going to hit me. Well, that's if you roll a 1. You have a 1 in 20 chance of doing that.
Oh, okay, so for the range,
Uh-huh.
it says 80/320. What's 320?
You're gonna shoot this guy.
Is that on your sheet or
It's on the in the handbook.
which page?
See that 5, 10, 15.
149.
Alright, and you're looking at the short bow?
Yeah.
Oh, that means that... Let's see, does that mean... Let me look real quick. I want to make sure that...
I can move one more.
Well, I mean, you can 2, 3, 4. That's
Yeah, but-
okay. It's just you can't end in a player's spot.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to kill this lady.
Which, who are you shooting for?
I
I'm
am
not
going
shooting,
to try
her.
to hit our little redhead lady.
The redhead lady? Okay.
Yeah.
The ginger.
Go ahead
Okay,
and...
let's sit down.
Yeah. Roll a d20 plus 5. Damn. Critical. So now you'll go ahead and roll 1d8. Or no, 2d8 plus 3.
Wow.
14 damage. Alright, so she takes 14 damage, which is 38 damage total. So go ahead and paint me a picture of shooting her with 2 arrows, but it doesn't kill her.
Dang, this lady is like.
How was this lady?
So I draw my longbow, and I take a deep breath, and then I release it, and one hits her in the neck.
Oh, damn.
And so she's in a lot of pain, and then the other one can hit her. Let's go with the vagina.
Oh. Okay, so it's that kind of game, huh?
Hilarious.
We'll say it hits her in the stomach.
There you go.
We're not gonna ruin anyone's chances of children here. Well, I guess technically we're killing people, so. Alright, so you hit her in the neck, and now she's like one of those folks that has been smoking cigarettes all her life, and I can't take a shower or I get drowned. You know, she's like one of those people right now. But as you hit her with those arrows, you see her reach behind her belt and pull out something, and she's like, to hell with this, I'm taking all the gold for myself. And she throws a little bomb about, let's see, where is it going? She's going to throw it right there, and it explodes, and a nice big smoke screen, nice big old smoke screen appears.
Wow.
And then she runs.
Wait, can I roll for perception and see if I can see where she ran off to?
Yeah, go for it. Roll a d20. What is your perception?
About to find it.
It'll be plus 4.
Where are you? There you are. D20.
Alright, so even though you have the eyes of an eagle, whatever formula she used to make this bomb is almost like being pepper sprayed. So everyone is crying, and you can't see past the blurriness of your tears.
God damn. I thought that was a decently high roll.
Oh, it was a really good roll. Now she's gone. She has made it out. So now, yeah, homeboy doesn't understand what's going on right now. Next, Tony, it's your turn.
All right.
Homeboy is also crying, just so you're aware.
Is there any possibility of capturing this guy?
This guy, yeah, you can attack for non-lethal damage.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like a Scion kind of ult. Okay.
All right, even though you're crying.
Yes. And then I'm gonna go for his neck and hold it with my hand
Mm-hmm.
and intimidate him.
Gotcha. So go. Let me see. Hold on. What's your?
And I'm gonna shed some tears on him. But he's like freaking out because he's like
Yeah.
ready, glowy.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. So go ahead and roll a d20, but subtract 2 from it. The smoke screen is very good. Alright, so it's 5. So as you're running, you stumble upon this gentleman that is dead before you. Let's see, what color can I make this? We'll do blue.
Right there.
Yeah, this guy right here. You stumble upon him and you actually roll. But you roll enough and you're big enough to where you run into this guy and fall on top of him, and now he's under you. Oof!
That wasn't the plan, but
It works, yeah. So now this gentleman is struggling to breathe because of the smoke and because you're 275 pounds laying on him. So, yeah, you stumble on him. He's oh, you big hunkling idiot! Get off of him! Combat has ended, by the way. Everyone can move freely.
Okay.
Well, I guess you could go ahead and hold him down or something to make sure he doesn't try to wither away like that other lass.
All right. Well, I will reach down and grab him and put him in like a headlock and hold his body.
All right, he
while
does
you
not.
talk to him.
He doesn't resist. So, all right, Mr. Bard, go ahead and try to interrogate our friend fellow. Because you do have intimidation, so your roll would be a d20 plus 7. Or it's whatever you want to do, honestly. You tell me what you're doing. I'll tell you what the roll is.
I'm trying to persuade him. I don't know.
Persuade him to tell us what's going on. So roll a d20 plus 7. Hey, good roll. Solid. Alright, so go ahead and you successfully persuade him, but you have to ask your questions.
Now that you're surrounded, of course, all 4 sides, and your boss has run away with her tail between her legs, do you want to tell us what's going on?
Alright, I'll tell you everything. Just don't hurt me, please. I don't know who that lady is, but she hired us to help her. She said that she knew a get-rich-quick plan, that all we had to do was say that we were collecting toll for Siege over here and that we would make thousands. And other than that, she didn't say anything else. So we just followed her and we were prepared to fight, but we didn't think we'd come across a band of misfits like you guys.
Oh.
Do you have other questions?
Where did she go?
Your guess is as good as mine, but maybe she actually was hired by Siege and she's going to report that somebody's over here messing with the toll booth. Other than that, I have no idea. She never really said much about who she was. She did say her name was Alanis, though.
As he says that, I squeeze a little bit tighter and say, "You better not be lying to me."
I swear I'm telling the truth. I swear. I think you're holding his neck a little tight there, lad.
Alright, I loosen up a little bit.
Uh, uh, Tell your bubbling friend here. I'm being cooperative. There's no need for violence at this point.
Hmm.
Ooh, Skyrim music.
Ooh. Please.
We'd have to care for him and stuff.
Alright, so you're still holding him. So you've gathered that the female elf is named Atlantis, and you don't know if she was actually contracted by Siege or not, but you definitely know that these guys were just along for the ride, so they had nothing else to do with it.
Can I roll for sleight of hand to see if he has anything else on his person without him knowing?
Sure. So yeah, D20 plus 5.
Okay. Oops. What did I just... I pressed that comb looking thing on accident. Damn it.
Okay. So as you rummage in his pockets, he's like, "Hey, you already got me tied up. You know, if you want anything I got, go ahead and just take it. I don't have much though. If you look under my boot, I've got 4 gold. That's it. That's all I got paid so far."
Give
You-
us your clothes.
Yeah, I vote we strip him.
You want to strip him?
Keep your underwear.
Alright, so you go ahead and strip the man of his leather gear, and you get a extra longbow. Whoever wants to carry it. You guys decide who carries it.
Can I like rummage around on?
Yeah, if you want to loot the bodies, they both have the weapons that I described and 4 pieces of gold each, as well as leather armor.
Okay, one of them had a short sword and the other one had what?
A rapier.
Can I get... I want to take the short sword.
Go for it.
And all the gold.
Hi! You're gonna divvy that up with us, aren't you, lass?
I was the one who thought about... going through
You
their
might
stuff
want to
first.
rethink that.
Oh, are you intimidating her, Tony? Alright. 1d20 plus 2.
Damn it.
Alright, so as you grumble, you choke on your words and start to cough.
You tried.
So try it again, Tony, but choke on your words mid-sentence and cough.
You might want to.
Hey, you might want to go have a seat there. It looks like words aren't your strong suit there, lad.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
This whatever is in my eyes has got me.
that's true, yeah. So,
You're fine.
so your man that you just stripped, he's starting to cower in fear, and he asks very, very, very calmly, are you guys going to let me go?
Go, puny human.
Alright, so as you say that, he starts to stumble and run from where you guys came from. And he's... As you're watching, you can see his little loincloth that he's wearing. It used to be white, but now it's starting to turn a murky yellow. And then he has escaped.
I can carry a lot of stuff, so y'all want me to carry some of his stuff? Do y'all want it or what? I don't wear armor. I don't wear the armor.
Well, I got the short sword and the gold, so I'm fine.
So,
Did you take the longbow?
I don't think so.
Carry an extra one? Unless somebody else wants
Because
you're gonna go.
Hey, Marvin, do you want to
Did
use
anyone? I don't even have a bow yet, do I? Yeah, I'll take the longbow.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yay, longbow.
Solid.
I have range.
And what kind of gold do we all get?
Well, the 3 people that you looted each had 4 gold pieces, so there's 12 gold to divvy out between us all.
Well, I sort of took 8 of it, so...
So she took 8 of it without your knowledge, just so you're aware.
Y'all get a gold piece each.
A gold piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gold.
All right. So now that this has happened, well, that was a little intimidating, but I guess we can go ahead and continue on our way to Siege and see if we find that female again. Hell, we can even ask the quartermaster there if they've even heard of her. What was her name again? Alanis? Ah, I think that was it.
I doubt she's there. I think she's hired by someone different. An outsider.
Uh,
You think so?
like the
I
characters
believe
back
so.
there.
Well, I guess there's only one way to really find out, then.
Should we get our caravan?
Yeah, so
Onwards to glory.
let me go ahead and we're going to go ahead and move on. So, as you journey through the rest of the forest, you didn't really come across anything else on the way to the fortress. There were no other tolls, there were no people in the way, nothing like that. So, you make your way towards the fortress of Siege the Crimson, and you make it just before nightfall. So now that we are at what's it called? Now that we're at the fortress, as you pull up to the gates, there are 2 armored guards, and they're at the one position right here,
Wait,
Okay.
right where my X is.
I'm on the wrong side of the map. That's why. Cool.
All right, so you roll up with the caravan, and as you get closer, 2 armored guards come out, and they are both equipped with steel armor and lances. They go, "Halt! State your business."
Bard.
Uh,
Yep.
we're delivering a shipment of goods for Lord Sices or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember this caravan. You guys were supposed to be here hours ago. What took you so long?
We got held up by a elf lady by the name of Alanis, saying that she was running a
Alanis.
toll for Lord Sices here.
Toll booth on the way here? That's preposterous. There's no such thing.
Obviously.
Huh. Well, you might want to go and tell the quartermaster what you found. That way we can try to maybe send a scouting party out and figure out what's going on. Because if they're setting up a toll booth, it definitely ain't for us. But you're permitted to enter. So they open up the gates. It's one of those, classic like iron gates opening upwards. And you hear the clanking of metal, steel as the gates open. As you walk in, the quartermaster will be at point 3 in the middle of the town, waiting for you. Let me see. I made her a token. Upload this real fast.
Our tokens aren't here either, right?
No. So this is the quartermaster. This lady right here, and her name is Sylvia Stamper. So, as you approach Sylvia, she sits and looks at you, and she's like, "Well, that took forever. We've been needing these supplies for days. Care to explain yourself, then why I should give you a full pay for this job?" My
Well,
character.
it wasn't
Yeah.
exactly our fault.
What do you mean?
We had a little bit of trouble with a fake toll booth on the way here.
A toll booth? There was no such order made. Do you have what can you tell me about this toll booth? How many people
There were 4 people.
were?
Yeah, red-haired lady by the name of Alanis managed to get away.
Alanis. Did you
Several
say
arrows sticking
Alanis?
out of her. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, yes, actually, I adventured with her when we were younger. She was such a sweetheart. How could she have done something like this? There must be some mistake, someone trying to copy her. What color hair did she have?
It was a little ginger girl,
With
red,
green eyes?
green eyes.
That certainly sounds like her.
She lit the flame, and with plenty of arrows in her bottom.
Huh. I can't imagine why she would do something like this. Unless the stories are true. I heard that her elven people kicked her out and have exiled her from existence. Maybe she's lashing out at them and trying to recuperate in some way by stealing gold from travelers such as yourselves. You know what? How much gold did she take from y'all?
What was it? It was 5 per person.
9 each.
Well, yeah, we all lost 9 gold pieces each, but, you know, whatever you're gonna pay us should compensate that.
What? Speak for yourself, Druid.
Well, pardon me, lass. 9,
What?
I'll give each of you an extra 15 gold, so everyone gets 30 gold. So add 30 gold to your pockets. And I do apologize about that. We will send a scouting party out for sure, as soon as we can, to figure out what exactly is going on. But these supplies, I have to tend to them. There are soldiers in need. So I will have to part ways with you here. But thank you so much.
Before you part ways with us, do you know of any other rebellious kind out there that we might run across in our routes?
No one except for enemies of Siege, but you shouldn't have to worry about them. I don't remember you swearing your loyalty to anyone. You are just a band of mercenaries, so...
That provided your goods.
That is true, and we will always remember that. And we may call on you in the future for more caravans or other business as we need it.
We thank you for your time.
Alright, I'll be off now. Alright, so now she leaves and she takes the caravan to an unknown location within the fortress. And now we're kind of just sitting there, all chilling. And I guess we can discuss what our next move is going to be. So now that we've done this caravan, what else should we do, guys? I mean, we've got plenty of gold from it. 30 pieces each.
I'm surprised the little devil chick didn't take more from the caravan.
Well, that was a dog, yes. What are y'all doing? Go.
Are you talking?
I'm talking to the dogs. They're running around like, yeah. There's 4 of them, and they're just running around rampant, having a good old time. Go play! Alright, anyway. Well, what if we go and either splurge our gold, or we could go to the tavern and have a nice pint? I think we've deserved it.
I could go for a pint of mead.
Alright. Anybody else want to join us?
I think I'll go shopping around.
The tavern always seems like a good place for a story.
Alright. So 3 of us head to the tavern, and then the other 2, I guess, you go to the shops. If you want, everyone can look through the player's handbook, and if you go to page... Let's see. If you go to page 150 of the PDF, pretty much any of those items will be available for purchasing. And if you end up finding something that doesn't sound like it should be in a town, then we'll end up not letting you buy that. But all the everything is in gold. We're not gonna worry about converting to copper or silver. So,
What was the name of the quartermaster?
Sylvia. All right. So the other 3 of us will go and we'll all purchase a pint for 1 gold piece. We'll sit at a table and we'll start having a good old time. And as we approach, or as we sit at our table and we're looking, the tavern is full. There are a lot of rambunctious young people, as well as some more quiet older folks sitting on corners, staged around. The music is really good. There's a dude on a lute, and then a guy that has a improvised drum set, and they're playing smash hits like "Carry On My Wayward Son," stuff like that, you know. So if you want to question anybody in the tavern or ask anything, go for it. And then yeah, also you can look through the player's handbook and see if there's anything you want to buy.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
All right, I'd like to. I walk up to the barkeep with my pint in hand, and I calmly sit down at the counter, and I ask him. I say, let me think. You get any orc kind coming through here?
Orc kind, you say?
Yeah, anybody that looks like me or maybe a little bit greener.
Honestly, you're the first orc that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we usually don't recruit anybody outside of the human race, except for a couple elves here and there, and then maybe a dwarven blacksmith or two. Siege isn't racist per se, but he'd rather keep his cause to his own people. No offense.
Should I watch my back?
No, you have nothing to worry about. He's got no quarrels with you specifically or your people that I know of.
That's okay. I'm not used to being in one area for too long, anyways.
I can respect that. I miss my old traveling days.
Yes. Where
Yeah.
have you traveled to?
Well, I used to go all along the land until I took an arrow to the knee. I had to.
I love it.
Oh, it's very unfortunate.
Oh
I heard
yeah,
that happens quite a bit.
it really does. Those damn elves and their bows. But what can you do?
Right.
I've got plenty of good stories, but not in the mood for storytelling tonight.
Right. They're just so beautiful. Sometimes you just gotta take arrow to me.
Oh yeah. Anyway, anything else you need?
Yes. Is there any kind of disturbances here that you've heard of in town?
Disturbances like just quarrels between townsfolks, or are you thinking outside of the fortress?
We're looking more outside the fortress. Anything unusual that is bothering the people here?
Well, before you guys showed up, there was a couple old folks that came through that were on an evening stroll that got ambushed by a couple rogues and some toll booth apparently.
Ah, yes, we ran into that same situation. It was to the east, correct?
Actually, it was west of here.
Oh, it's west. Okay, I just assumed because of the number one.
Nah, east is to the sea.
Okay.
I can hold on. I can go back to the. I'll put it on the world map
Oh
real
yeah, yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember now.
All right. So yeah, the Red Sea.
Okay.
All right. I'll go back to the fortress now. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what happened with that toll booth, but it definitely wasn't Siege's orders, so must have been some outside party.
Yes, we took care of that one. Other than the one red-headed elf woman, demon woman, she got away, but the other ones either cowered in fear or are not here anymore.
Those poor souls. But speaking of poor souls, the old couple happens to have a room here in the tavern tonight. They were just coming by to stay before they hit the port tomorrow. They might be around here somewhere. It was an older man with some spectacles, and then a woman about his same age with gray hair. Actually, that's them over there in that corner.
Oh,
So he points to a less packed area of the tavern, and you see an old couple there enjoying a nice bowl of soup and some bread.
what did the barkeep tell me about the that couple? Anything?
Oh, he said that they had to pay the toll too.
Oh,
So
okay.
they might end up knowing something more about who it was that was doing the toll while they were on their way to the town.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your time, barkeep.
No problem, and enjoy your drinks.
Cheers.
And then he hits the table with his hand and continues to clean the glasses with a silk scarf thing.
Nice. So I come back to the party and tell everybody what I just talked to him about, and tell them about the old people in the Kona.
Oh, so you say these old people also had to pay the toll. I wonder if they had to do just 5 gold pieces a piece.
I'm not sure.
So,
Would you
well,
like to talk to them?
yeah, let's go talk to him, see if we can find out more information about these people.
So while they're doing that, I want to buy a healer's kit.
Healer's kit? Alright,
Yeah,
go for
and
it.
I also wanted to. Actually, nah, it's fine. I'm gonna do this with the one healer's
Alright, healer's kit, 5 gold, just deduct it and add it to your sheet. Alright, so who, just for the sake of, I don't want to end up.
kit. I'm gonna show up and just kind of sit and watch them do whatever they want.
Alright, cool. Just for story's sake, when it comes to these like plot spots, unless you guys aren't asking the right questions or anything, Crowley's not going to be talking to any of the people. That way it gets you guys playing the game instead of me playing the game.
Right. So do you want to try and talk to the old family about what their encounter was?
I'll head over to that room where the elderly couple is, and I'll see what they know.
Alright. Hello, young lady!
Hello.
What can we help you with?
Well, I spoke to the barkeep earlier, or rather, one of my friends did.
Yeah, and? Do you want the potato soup? It's really good. I don't recommend the chili. I ended up shitting myself the other time I had it. He puts too many peppers in that chili, I told him, but he won't stop. He says that he likes it on fire. I didn't appreciate it. And my wife definitely didn't appreciate it.
Well, I'll be sure to try some of that soup later, but I was wondering if you knew anything about a toll booth to the west.
Oh, the toll booth! That wench stole my money! She took all our savings and now we don't even have enough to get a boat! She took 200 gold pieces from me.
Yes, we ran into her earlier ourselves.
Did you lose all your money?
Well, not all of it, but we did lose some.
That's mighty unfortunate.
Well, did she happen to say who she was?
No, she didn't say her name, but she said that the money was going to Siege the Crimson. And I've already crossed Siege once before, and, well, I don't like what he does, but he gets the job done.
Did she happen to say where she was going or where she was coming from?
No, she said nothing of the sort. I figured she is from the fortress.
So, in the background, you can hear me faintly playing with the band that's there. I won't get fooled again by the Who.
There you go. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs! And the old man jumps up on the table and starts doing some river dancing. And then he gets tired after a couple seconds of that, so he sits down to catch his breath.
I want to use my perception to make sure nothing shady is going on while we're doing all this.
Alright, go ahead and roll a d20 plus 4. I can dig it. Alright, so as you're looking around, you don't see anything particularly shady. You see at one table that's gambling, another table that looks like they've had a little too much to drink, and then you see, yeah, just a bunch of parties. What did you say your name was, young lady? He's talking to, Emma.
Yeah, you're still talking
Elviana.
to.
Oh, that's a beautiful name. Your elven kind are so nice. I've had really good adventures with them in my travels.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
The barkeep said you're married. Where is your wife?
Oh, well, she went outside because she needed some air. It's a little stuffy, but I haven't seen her yet. She's been gone for about 30 minutes. I'm starting to get worried now that you mention it.
Maybe you should go check on her.
Well, I would, but I can't feel my legs. I think I had too much to drink. And as he starts to lift his spoon for another bite, he ends up falling asleep, and his head hits the bowl, and it spills all over him. And then all you hear is snoring.
Wow.
Do you guys want to go look for the elderly woman?
Oh, definitely. We gotta help this lad out. He's passed out. But I'll stay right here with him. Make sure when he wakes up he doesn't freak out, and I'll try to clean him up a little bit. Plus, I don't know if you've tried the soup, but it's mighty delicious. I'm gonna probably eat his scraps.
You're gonna shit fire next week.
It's the potato soup, not the chili.
Did he mention what exit, where she went?
The tavern only has one main entrance, and the other entrance is for employees only.
Okay.
So you guys can walk outside, and everybody that walks outside, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm still in the bar playing.
Yeah, I figured you're actually getting tips, so everyone's enjoying. So for every minute that we go on with you in the tavern, you'll earn 3 gold. So far, you've gotten 6 gold.
Yeah.
Also, tell me what your percentage is on that song when you're done.
So yours is 4. Make sure, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. So 10, 12, and 12. So as you walk outside, you look around, but the dusk has started to make it to where everything's starting to darken up, and you can't really see anything.
I see regular in dim light.
That's true. Hold on.
Yeah, we all.
You guys
Does everyone have dark? I can hear it a little bit.
I have dark vision.
Dark. Oh, everyone does have dark vision, huh?
I got a measly 81%.
So you get a total of 12 gold.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone has dark vision. So never mind. You walk outside and you see clear as day. And then, huh?
I was gonna say, can I walk back inside and ask the barkeep if he's seen an elderly woman walk outside recently?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can I
As
make
you-
an attempt to turn around?
Well, hold on. As Tony starts to open up the door, you hear a very high-pitched scream coming from the alleyway next to the tavern.
So I guess we're running over.
I would squeal, but I don't want to deafen anybody, so.
Let's see, where is this tavern?
We're
at?
running over to see where the
Let's just say, just because I got this map from somewhere, so let's just say the tavern is number 10. Right there in the middle.
Start playing Paint It Black.
I can dig that. So where you're hearing this noise from is where this X is.
Okay. I say we send the little devil lady to go scout the area to see what's going on before we make too much noise and go over there.
Okay. So I'm sneaking over there.
Alright, go ahead and roll stealth.
It is my stealth. I gotta find it. +5.
Yes. Or wait, hold on. Is yours +5? Yeah, it's +5. Alright, so 14. So you start creeping over there, and you don't notice anyone noticing you. But as you look off into that alleyway, you do see an elderly lady being held up by a fire-haired woman with 2 daggers at her throat.
Is that Alana?
It's a fired-haired woman. That's all we know.
Did we see anybody else over there?
No, it's just that old lady and then the fired-haired woman.
How far away is she?
Attempt to figure out the situation. Will that help?
Well, let's say that you guys are standing right here, where the second little X is. Actually, I can make that a different color. You guys are where these green X is, and the red X is in this little corner here. So you're like sort of peeking around the side of the building there. You see this old lady and that one lady. So let's see.
Obviously, we need to go stop her.
Hang on, wait. I want to use my thermoplasty thingy. What's it called? The cantrip that I have.
Your what?
My cantrip.
Okay.
Or whatever.
What does it do?
Well, I can do a bunch of little things basically, but what I basically want to do is cause a. Okay. I want to create a sound that originates from behind the lady, so that it startles her. Make it sound like someone's right behind her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, and that would be my charisma for.
Yeah, charisma, so it'll be +2 or +4.
So what is it that she's trying to do?
She's doing her cantrip, which allows her to pretty much. There's a lot of little abilities that it can do, but she's doing the ability where she can make it sound like something. She can make a sound originate from another location.
I'm basically throwing my voice right now.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to say something, or do you want to make a fart noise? What do we want?
I just want to make a weird, creepy whisper that just says, what do I?
Yeah, do it creepy.
Let go. I want to say it like
Do it creepy and whispery.
Kind of like how Voldemort works. Like.
All right, so you do that, and the lady, she steps back, and as she turns around, she goes for a slash, but obviously there's no one there. So now she's confused, and she's looking around. She's got her daggers, so she turns back to the lady, and she's like, "You told somebody about our arrangement, didn't you?"
Since she's let go, I want to go ahead and try to. Wait, do I want to shoot her? Or do I want to just.
Well, it's up to you. You can shoot her.
So you're risking a chance.
Yeah, I'm risking if I shoot.
Yeah, because D&D, the beautiful thing about D&D is there are times where the things that you tell me can actually make an outcome come out better than you trying to fight for it.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
so
call the others. I'll wave the others over as well so that they can help.
All right, so are you revealing yourself?
I'll let them reveal themselves right now.
All right, so what do you, Tony, you and Emma are the only other ones here. What do y'all want to do?
So is Kroom, is she like where that little tower thing is?
Yeah, so if
Where's
you
she at?
can zoom in real.
Yeah, I'm
She's right here.
corner, right?
Where that green splotch is, that's where she's at, and where the green bigger splotch is, that's where those dudes are at, or those chicks.
But
How far away am I from the people?
You're
Like how
within.
many spaces?
You would be within 10 feet.
Oh, I'm within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Dang it, what do I want to do? I will run up to them, and I'll give a loud roar to startle them.
All right. So you run up and reveal yourself to the old lady and this crimson-haired woman, and you go, "Roar!"
I go like, hey,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Where is she?
Where is she?
Alright, so you run up and do that, and now the crimson-haired lady takes both daggers and points them towards you, and you see the old lady has lost all bowel control and has shit herself.
Damn. How has she not run yet?
She's an old lady. She doesn't have the ability.
So her response is just to point daggers at me. Does she let go of the woman?
Well, yeah, she had let go when Miranda did her thing, but she was still talking to the lady in a very hostile fashion. So,
Okay, so
as you stand there and you say, hey, the crimson-haired woman looks at you and she's like, this is business that does not require your existence, so I would back away.
do I recognize her as the lady, the Atlantis?
You do see very similar physical appearances.
Um. So I yell at her. Are you the one that tried to text us on the road?
And what if I was?
Then I would say you're very fortunate and a coward to get away.
Well, lucky for you, I've been in town all day, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have a twin? No.
I am not going to reveal personal information about myself to you. I don't even know you.
Is there any way that I can, like...
There is a roll to see if she's telling the truth. And that would be your... I'm pretty sure that's insight. Yeah, you do an insight roll to see if, like, how much of the truth they're, like, you pretty much can tell if they have ill will in what they're saying against you or not. So you can, like, tell based on social cues if they're lying or not. Hey, go out there. Go.
So I think you should, like, come up behind me and see if she...
Out of us.
Well, you can all roll it.
Oh, we can.
Okay.
Yes. So Miranda do a +2, Emma do a +4, and Tony do a +0.
+0! Yeah.
Damn. Alright, so Tony, being socially handicapped, does not understand what she's talking about. But the other two can tell that she is telling the truth about her whereabouts throughout the day, but she is holding back information.
Okay, so, yeah, this is
Where's our
definitely...
bard when we need him?
He's off
Yo.
getting money.
I'm having fun.
Well, you're supposed to be using your charisma.
Is there a window in the tavern that I can see?
No. Alright, the roll I just did was for Martin's performance, so he got a 14. So you get an extra 4 gold for that last song.
Yay. I did do 91% on Painted Black earlier.
Oh, get an extra 2 gold from that too, so 6 gold total.
Excellent.
I have a soft spot for bards.
Alright. So,
anyway, yeah, the tavern has no window on the backside, so...
So, I don't think I should be the one talking to this woman, because I am socially awkward. So...
You're just a big burly dude. Huh?
What does investigation do?
Investigation is pretty much, hold on. It's in the player handbook. If you go to page... Let's see. Page 174, it'll give you an outline of the skills as you scroll through. Investigation is part of intelligence. So when you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues. So when you're looking for a hidden object and stuff like that.
Okay. So it doesn't count for like
Not for
situations.
this.
Not for situations when you're trying to figure out what's going on without asking too many questions.
Yeah, that would be the insight roll that you guys just did. So
That we did. Okay.
yeah, so insight. She was telling the truth. She wasn't doing any toll booths. She's been in town all day, but she is holding back information based on other questions you've asked her.
Okay.
All right, so I figure after 3 songs, I think it's a good idea to start looking for the rest of the group.
All right. So you, as you get off stage and everyone's throwing flowers at you for a great performance, you see Crowley in the corner licking a bowl.
Bowl.
A bowl
Ooh.
that used to have soup in it.
How much?
I walk over. I walk over to Crowley, eyebrow whatever passes for an eyebrow on a dragonborn.
Okay.
A little bit.
Oh, what are you giving me that look for, lad? Have you never had potato soup? It's some of the best.
I give a good chuckle and ask Crowley, where did everyone go?
They went outside looking for this lad's old lady. But he's still asleep, so I didn't want his soup to get cold, so I went ahead and finished it for him. Do I have any in my beard?
I pick out what remains of the potato soup are in his beard and I feed it to him.
Oh, mighty kind of you. If you want, you can lick it. Lick the spoon. Alright, he passes. So yeah, I point at the door and I tell you that they went outside looking for the old lady. And then I'll go ahead and assume that you're going outside.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you get outside, you can hear the altercation going on between the party and this crimson-haired woman.
I only hear it. I don't see anything.
Well, yeah, so if you look at the thing, at the map, the entrance to the tavern is right here, where that first X is, and there where the circle is. So, I mean, you hear where it's coming from, and then you walk towards them.
Alright. I guess I do that. Sounds like a good plan.
Alright.
I walk toward the sound. I guess I walk around the bottom of the tavern.
Okay, to where, like, you're not coming up out of the dark to scare anybody?
Right.
Cool. Alright, so as you guys are talking to the crimson-haired woman, Miranda hears footsteps behind them.
Oh no.
And it's your bard.
Okay.
Yay. It's my... Hey guys. I heard you were looking for someone.
This woman was just threatening this poor elderly woman and about to kill her.
If you knew her whole story, you'd know that she's not poor and she's definitely not elderly.
Now, I'm sure that everyone has some sort of story to tell. And I am willing to hear both sides in the interest of a good story.
Be it as you may, you do not need to exist for me to get business done, so I would recommend you leave. This is the crimson-haired woman. And then the old lady, after being done shitting herself, looks up and she says, "Please, I just want to go with my husband on a cruise."
So I asked the crimson woman, what does she want with the old woman?
Well, the old woman owes me a good bit of money before they go off on their merry cruise for helping set up her with that old man that she's with.
Oh? Well, your twin sister just robbed them on the road.
I don't have a twin sister. And she scowls at you.
Then who is Alanis to you? Alanis Elf.
Do
Is
not
that a
speak
man?
that name if you want to live.
Well, who is she?
Don't concern yourself with it. And she prepares her daggers if she's about ready to pounce on you.
Do I
Not
see
in a
her?
sexual way.
Too bad.
Do I see her about to like
About to pounce?
be hostile? I guess.
Yeah, all of you can see that she's starting to get a little agitated with all of you, and that she's not in the mood for talking. She's here for business.
Hmm.
No, no,
Look, we
no.
can't help you if you don't give us the whole story.
You don't need to concern yourself. I can handle it myself. Now, if you would please let me get back to business in private, I would appreciate it.
We can't let you kill this woman.
I'm not going to kill her, maybe just rough her up a bit.
It didn't look that way.
Nothing her young bones can handle.
Young?
Young.
Please don't listen to her. I'm just an old, defenseless woman. Shut up, you.
Why do
How
you keep
old is?
calling her young?
She is young. She got a potion of transformation, and it turned her into this old coot.
Hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
lie!
Is there a way to reverse this and prove it?
I'm sure there is, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for getting her the potion in the first place. She needs to pay up, and you need to
Can we
leave.
can we do an insight to see if the old lady, young woman, whatever is lying?
Go for it.
Cool. I'm going to. All of us can do that?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
What do we roll?
You're rolling insight, which yours should be at a +5, Martin.
Ooh, wasn't bad.
D20.
Yes.
All right.
Oh wait, insight. Never mind. Is wisdom. Never mind. Let's see. Actually, that works. So yours is at a 3, Martin. So Martin and Tony look, and they still believe it's an old woman, but the other
Yeah.
two of you are a little suspicious that this
My
crimson-haired
lucky
woman
sadness.
might be telling the truth.
Hmm.
That the old woman was be telling the truth.
No,
No,
the
that the
crimson-haired lady is telling the truth.
Oh.
Tony, you believe the old woman like
Yeah, yeah,
she's
yeah,
like
yeah.
she's your own
Yeah, I
old
believe.
woman. You believe in
Okay,
the old
so
woman too.
Yeah, she's a nice old lady.
no, I'm pretty sure she's not. Something's off.
So, and just so everyone's aware, the things that I say, there's player knowledge. So the thing that I just told you about the old woman and y'all's roles, all of you know that as players, but your character, the two that didn't get the right role, have no idea. So unless you tell them, they're still going to believe in the old lady.
Yeah.
Hey, go lay down.
Something's off.
Go lay
Okay,
down.
I'm going.
All right, cool. All right, anyway. I think these dogs have to go to the bathroom. Let me take them out to the bathroom real quick, and you guys discuss your plan of action. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let's go outside! Yeah! Let's go.
Well.
Well,
Alright.
she's right, guys. Though something is off about the old lady.
Yeah, we can't push the crimson-haired lady too far because I think she's gonna react,
Yeah.
and I think
Are we
she has
talking
something
in or out of character, by the way?
I don't even
out of
know.
character. Out of character.
Okay.
So
Martin,
we're
can you use
discussing
your
our
charisma
plan
to
as
sweet talk her?
characters. Yeah.
What?
Can you use your charisma to sweet talk her?
I can try. I don't. Which one? The old lady or the redhead?
Well, actually, it might be easier with the
So
old lady.
yeah, so the old lady apparently is like
Because the redhead is kind of hard to
we
deal with.
we
Since
found
they don't
yeah, so we
speak
found
Alright.
them with the
I
daggers
think I know what I want
against
to.
her
I think I know
throat.
what I want to do. I'm gonna make it like I want to try to help this old lady out, but I need her to cooperate or some such and tell us what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a little bit of compromise between the two parties is essential here. So I think like trying to understand where the redhead woman is coming from, and also understanding the old lady.
Yeah. I also just want to know how she's related to Lannis.
But I mean, as of right now, me and the bard, we only know
Yeah, she's
that.
not
All
gonna
right.
something out with the old lady. Yeah.
All right. So what's the plan?
Martin's gonna
All
sweet
right,
talk
so
you.
I'm in the interest of having first of having the old lady come out relatively unscathed.
I can
So
I can appreciate that.
I kneel down to her level. I guess I smell the shit that has come out of her.
Yeah. So you roll a. Which one do I want to do? Hold on. What are you
Save.
good at? Roll a Constitution save. So it'll be a D20 plus 1. I really hope for a low roll. Hey! All right. So as you get down to her level, you get a whiff of this dookie and you gag and you're like, oh! Listen, oh, listen here,
Listen, lady, I'd like to.
So as you're talking, Crowley comes out. I think she had the chili. So you're all right, and as now you're used to the smell already, because you're dragonborn, so it only takes a couple of seconds. But now you're used to it, and your gag reflex is gone.
Clear my throat. I'd like to help you out, old lady, but you need to give us a little bit before we can help you. I'd like to understand where you're coming from in this situation.
And then, as you say that, the crimson-haired woman steps in front of the old lady, and she gets down on to your level now, and she says, "Back off."
Shit.
No, I'm not
Charisma.
getting in the way of your business. We just have some information that we want to know as well.
As I see it, you are in the way of my business. I've got places to be and other people to meet, so I need to hurry up and collect what I am owed, and then I can be on my way and you can have this old lady. So as she says that, the old lady stands up and then she starts to run like a Kenyan.
Jesus.
A Kenyan?
Yes, so she's really fast. And she makes it from this point to this point by the time you guys understand what is going on. So, as she's running, the crimson-haired woman pulls out a hand crossbow and, with really, really good accuracy, shoots in between all of you and hits her in the foot. So now she tumbles and she has fallen where that second X is. And then she looks at all of you and says, "Now, if you don't mind, get out of my way." And you are all literally standing in her way, so.
I'm gonna take the initiative and step back a little bit.
Alright, so
Concerned
Martin
for my
steps
own
out of the
safety
way.
at her accuracy.
As I move out the way, I want to use my sleight of hand to pick her pocket, see if she has anything that might tell us something.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
What the odds are if it
Oh
actually
Alright.
my god.
D20 plus 5.
Let's see if this actually works.
14. So as are Emma and Tony, are you guys moving out of the way for her?
What do you mean?
Like, you are literally in her way. I need to know if you're moving or not. We'll just say that she walks around you two. So as she's walking, Miranda takes her hand and she's able to...
Her hand?
Yeah, well, not... She doesn't take the Crimson Lady's hand. She takes...
Oh, okay.
Miranda takes her own hand, and she's able to slip a piece of paper out of her coat pocket as she walks past without her noticing.
Yay. Something went right.
For once,
Nice.
even though it was kind of low.
Does she bump me as she's passing by me?
No, she does not want to touch anybody.
Okay, well as she walks past, I'm eyeballing her the whole time.
Okay, she doesn't care.
Can I take the opportunity to look at that slip of paper?
Yeah, so you open it up and you notice it's blank.
What? Aw.
Get wrecked.
Oh,
Can I
give me a second here, Lass. Let me see that piece of paper. And as Crowley says that, the crimson-haired woman overhears it, and she looks in her pockets, and she's like, "You!" And she turns around,
paper?
and she has both daggers out, and she's like, "Give me the paper now. Leave, and you won't lose a finger."
Shit.
I get in front of my friends and tell her to calm down and to explain.
And she's
So,
like, "I had nothing to explain to you, so either burn that piece of paper now, or prepare to die."
while he talks to her, I hand that paper to the druid. I forgot his actual name.
Crowley. All right,
Crowley.
so you hand it to me. Oh, lass, it's just a misunderstanding. It fell out your pocket, so we just wanted to see what it was. It's blank, so no harm, no foul. And Crowley hands it back to her, and she says, "Thanks. Now,
What?
make yourself scarce and get out of here." And then she starts walking towards that old woman as she's crawling, trying to get back to the tavern.
And that's what I get for trusting the druid.
Just so you're aware, the druid is lawful good.
I know. I was hoping he was actually going to read it before he gave it to her.
No, well, he did look at it, and it was blank.
Blank.
I was hoping he was going to say it was like it had some kind of special thing on it.
Oh, like his druid thing? It had,
Yeah.
from his knowledge, because he can see druid speech without having to do any rolls, he didn't see anything.
Damn it.
So if there is a secret on that piece of paper, then it's something else. But as far as everyone knows, it is blank piece of paper.
Damn.
Alright, so the lady has made it to the old woman, and she is able to hoist her up with one arm and sit her down on a barrel. And now she's got her one dagger against pointing at her. Take a moment to think about what you want to do. Let me go get my dogs.
God damn it. I really want to know what's on the paper now.
Like, I don't want to attack her, but I really want to.
Can we, like, tie her up? We could try to tie her up. Because I have rope.
That seems inherently like a bad idea.
Yeah, because, I mean, if she's working for somebody, then that means that she's got people that will come looking for her, which will
that
cause more trouble.
immediately puts us on the shit list with whoever she's working for.
We could steal the old lady.
I mean, she's gonna attack us.
Tony,
we're gonna steal
orc
the old lady who is limping on one foot.
No, Tony, your orc
try to
strength
get
should
away
be
from
enough
this
to
elf
lift the
person,
old lady, right?
this redhead.
Tony can carry her.
Yeah, I can carry her. It's just I'm worried about the other woman attacking us.
You'll hand the crossbow.
What do I have? Hang on. Let me see what I have in my pack. I'm fairly certain I had some kind of ball bearings or something in my pack.
Hey, does the bard have capability of curing people?
I have healing word.
Alright, so what is the plan? No plan yet?
Well,
we're still working on it.
Alright, so as you guys are sitting there talking amongst yourselves, you see the crimson-haired lady and the old woman, they seem to exchange something in their hands. And then after that, the crimson-haired lady backhands the shit out of the old lady, kicks her in the back onto her knees, and starts to walk off.
The fuck?
Alright.
So this happens right around here at that red X. and this blue is going to deduct the path of the crimson-haired lady.
Can I follow her with my stealth, or try to?
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
See where she's going.
So d20 plus 5. 10. So as you're walking, the crimson-haired lady stops, pulls out her crossbow, loads it, and says, "You have 5 seconds to turn around." And that's all she says.
I raise my hands, just okay, I'm out.
Alright, so at that point, the crimson-haired lady ends up walking off into the distance to where you guys can't see her as she turns the corner.
Alright, we grab the old lady and put her back up on the barrel gently.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
And we kind of gather around her and ask her if she's okay.
Alright. So as you do that, this old lady is crying and she's weeping, and as you guys ask if she's okay, she's like, "No, I'm not okay. She just took the rest of the money that I had hidden away from my husband that was going to be able to get us on our cruise. And now we have no trip and we have no useful items to sell in order to get our tickets. Oh, today's just been terrible."
Anara rolls her eyes. Okay, lady. You're clearly not an old lady, and I'm pretty sure that's not for your little trip with your husband, so-called husband. So what's actually going on right now?
So as you say that, she bawls even harder and goes, "I don't know what I've done to you to make you not believe me, but what I'm saying is the truth."
Perception or insight?
Yes, insight.
What is it, +2?
Yours is +2.
Yeah.
Have everyone else roll it too. Have everyone else roll too, please.
Alright, so Miranda, Tony, you guys feel bad for the old lady. Yeah, Martin, if you want to. You don't have to, because you already feel bad for the old lady. But you can roll to see if you change your mind about the lady.
What is this?
Or insight. It's a wisdom check.
Oh, I don't have anything for that.
Yeah, so yours is just going to be your D20.
4.
Yeah, he rolled a 12.
Yeah, so Emma is the only one that still doesn't believe this lady.
Alright, so I drop down to a knee and I softly grab her hand with my big hands and I say, "Ma'am, we're only trying to look out for what's best for you. And my friend here has some weird feelings. I don't know what to think, but we just want to help you. If you could just help explain what's going on."
So as you say that, the old lady bursts into tears even more and says, "Please, just take me back to my husband. The day is ruined."
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You said the crimson-haired lady, the crimson-haired lady said that she turned her into an elderly woman.
Yes.
With magic.
Well, not with magic, a potion that she had procured for the old lady in order to turn her because that was the contract that they agreed on.
Okay, so can medicine, can that with potions?
Well, she's already taken the potion, supposedly. You don't know if any of this is true. Are you gonna survive, buddy? God. What is wrong with this dog? This is what the old lady sounded like right now. Hold on. That's exactly what the old lady sounds like right now. So medicine, I don't think it would work that way. Because you don't know, you had no idea what this kind of potion is. And looking at you've only got a +2 to medicine. So, yeah, there would be nothing you could do about it. Like, to figure out what this, yeah. Other than feeling sympathetic, yeah.
I cast Healing Word on her foot. possibly against my better judgment.
Interesting. So you cast Healing Word, and then you look at her foot, which still had the arrow in it, by the way. So, so as you cast a spell, are you doing a roll right now?
Yeah, let me see what it is. It's when something.
Okay, so you cast the spell, and you see the arrow start to slip out of her foot, and the woman doesn't even notice it because she's got her. Oh, damn. Anyway, it ends up the wound closes, and the arrow is now gone, and the woman is still crying, but she didn't even notice that this was going on.
Oh shit! No gratefulness whatsoever.
Damn.
So, as you do that, Crowley comes up, and he's like, "Hey, we should just get this lass back to her husband. She's had a rough night." Do y'all
I can't-
agree?
I don't.
That sounds like an okay plan.
I'm cool with returning her, but the other party members don't trust her. So
That's fine if we don't trust her. Maybe we can get some insight from the husband.
he's drunk.
That's fine. I've got some dragon fodder here that will wake him right up. And then I pull out a little sack and I jiggle it a little bit, and it's some type of powder. It's a special druid formula. So, well, Crowley's into returning the old lady.
I'm into returning the old lady because I trust her.
I still
I'm
don't
neutral
trust her,
about
but I
the
guess
whole
we'll do
thing.
it.
I am also into returning the old lady.
Alright, so majority rules. We help the old lady up, and she starts walking as if nothing had happened. And she's leading the way as we follow behind her. But you notice she doesn't have the limp that she had as an old lady should.
It's only 9. Go look him up.
All of us notice that?
Yes.
Cool. So we're
We
suspicious again?
notice what?
You notice that she's not limping like an old lady would, like hobbling and stuff like that. She's just walking like a normal person would. But you don't pay any attention to it as you walk into the tavern and she sits by her husband and tries to wake him up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and Crowley opens up a little bag. He takes a little pinch. He holds back the man's head a little bit, sort of like he's about to baptize this dude, and he puts both his fingers and shoves them up his nose, sort of like he's trying to plug the nose. And then, and now we do this, and now he covers up his mouth, so the old man starts to, you see that he's starting to turn a little blue. And he's like, just give it one more sec. And then all of a sudden, the old man starts coughing, and he throws up a little bit.
What the hell, Druid?
I told you I'd wake him up. What the hell are you doing to me? I was just trying to wake you up. We found your old lady. Huh? I said, we found your old lady. Oh, there you are. Abigail, where'd you go? I just had something that I had to take care of outside. Something to take care of? That doesn't make any sense. You never have nothing to take care of. So the old couple starts to argue, and you can see that this is a heated debate. But there's a little more spunk in the old woman than there was earlier. Buddy, are you going to survive, pal? You don't look so good. He's old.
Who's gonna ask questions?
I have no idea what to ask.
Well, I guess as you guys are listening to them bicker, you hear the old lady. What is she gonna say? I want her to say something epic. So as they're bickering, the old lady say, "These past couple days have been complete shit. This is nothing that I expected. and you can tell that her voice has changed.
Oh, her potion's wearing off.
And the old man's like,
It's wearing off.
the old man is like, what happened to your voice? You're not Abigail.
Being an avid actor,
Continue.
can I notice that her acting is starting to become a little bit shoddy?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception.
All of us, or just him?
Just him.
I don't think I have perception.
Yeah, you got +0.
Please.
I don't get it. How do you get these rolls?
I also have the actor feat.
Yeah, nah, because you had the actor feat, like, it doesn't matter anyway. I just wanted to see if you still had bad luck. But yeah, you can tell that she's starting to speak in a manner that was not of how it was like 5 minutes ago.
That doesn't sound like appropriate speech for a nice old lady.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to know exactly how not. Oh, and as the old lady starts to talk, she covers up her mouth. Oh, you're not Abigail! What'd you do with my wife? So as he starts shouting, he's getting frustrated, the old man is, and Abigail, the old woman, stands up and starts to run towards the bathroom.
I trip her. I stick out my foot and trip her on her way out.
Do a strength check.
Okay. Oh, it's down there.
Actually, no, do dexterity. I would say tripping very fast is the
I
dexterity
was
roll.
gonna say I snatched her hair, but
That's be what, 5?
Yes. Well, no, hold on, yeah, it should be 5. Yeah, +5. So as you stick out your foot, the old lady notices and with lightning reflexes jumps over it.
Well, that still felt something.
can I throw a bowl at her head?
Sure. Do a dexterity check to see if you hit her.
You said dexterity?
Yes. So yours should just be +2.
Dang it.
Alright, so you take a bowl and you throw it like a frisbee, but you use too much arm, so it curves way more than you expected it to, and it hits the improvised drum set of one of the bards on the stage and breaks his cymbal.
Okay,
Oh, no.
someone else try something. I just want to see if all of us try something and none of us get it.
Alright.
I should
Someone
have
else
tried to
has
snag her hair.
The bowl was my idea, so I got nothing.
Oh.
I don't know, a bow or
How
something.
fast can I do Mage Hand?
Let's see, Mage Hand.
I threw a fork at
Let me look up
Wait.
exactly what Mage Hand does. Is that a, that is a,
That's a cantrip.
yeah, for a bard, Mage Hand.
It says you can use your action to control the hand, manipulate objects, open a unlock door or container, blah blah. Contents.
Alright, so it said you can use it to control someone's hand?
Yeah, I can. It's as if I summon a hand that sort of like floats.
Oh, a floating hand appears.
That I can use to manipulate things. Like I basically have a third hand that's like.
That's able to float, yeah.
Glorified telekinesis.
Alright, so go ahead and, since it's a cantrip, it conjures, but what do you want it to do exactly?
Does the old lady have like long hair or something?
Yes, she's got long gray hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it to try to grab onto her hair.
Alright, go ahead and do a charisma roll.
Kinky.
Yeah, when for a bard, his spell casting is with charisma. So yeah, it'll actually be +7 because you get your proficiency bonus.
Thank God.
Very nice. So your mage hand conjures up and it grabs the hair of the old woman, and she continues to run as you see a wig fall off her head, and then you see crimson hair.
Oh.
Jesus.
I can I do like a silent type thing where I just bust through that door?
No.
Dang.
Can I use how many times a day can I use that cantrip?
You can use it as many times a day.
Okay, can I use it now to make the ground trimmer to throw her off guard?
Uh,
Like make her stumble,
Lasso her?
slow her down.
yeah,
Because
go for it.
does do that according to the
And it's your charisma, so it'll be a +4.
Yeah,
plus
after
4.
after this, ask him.
Plus 4.
Who the hell's calling me? Davis. Give me one moment.
Wow.
What up, dude? I'm at home. Just let the dogs out. Did she get out of the gate? Interesting. I'll go out there and get her real quick.
Hey Tony, what's your character's name?
Oh, who? No
Javorkin.
wonder. Because I went out there and let them out, and then I just sat down. So they are. You know which house they're at? Okay.
What's everyone's characters' names?
Well, do they have Leela then? Because I've. No, I do not. Well, I'll go out there and look for Leela, and then just text me that address, and then I'll go get Sasha. All right, cool. All right, appreciate it. All right, yep, see ya. Well, son of a bitch, you guys have to give me a moment because 2 of the dogs got out of the gate.
Oh God. Should we just stop for the night then?
We can. I guess we'll go ahead and end it this way. So as you're doing your trimmer thing, it does throw her off balance, and she tumbles. And as she falls, she does a little roll, and then you notice that now she is a young woman with crimson hair, green eyes. You can see that she has a crossbow, or a hand crossbow, and a short sword, exactly like the elven woman that took your money. But she pulls out a little bomb from her belt, lights it, throws it on the ground, and makes for the door. But since the door is literally right behind the bar, she will be getting away no matter what y'all do.
Fuck that bitch.
So yeah, we can either end it here, or if you guys want to give me like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes to go get these dogs.
I'm good with ending it here if y'all are good with that.
Yeah, we were close to being done, so yeah, we were being close to done anyway. So this is a good spot to get things done. So yeah, so the lady that ended up stealing your money has just escaped the tavern and is currently somewhere in the town. But more for the next time, we will have to look for stuff.
Motherfucker.
But
Alright.
anyway, yeah, how'd you guys like that so far? Do you like D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neato.
I
So,
like it.
and you said, Tony, next week you've got something at like 7 o'clock?
At 6, so 7 works again.
Okay, so we can play next Monday at 7 again. And then
Okay.
it'll probably, usually I try to keep my D&D sessions to about 2 to 3 hours long, so we were about to wrap up anyway, so. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just ask them on Discord. You can type in the D&D resources or ask me directly. And then if you could, go ahead and save your character sheets and send them to me in a direct message. That way we have, I just want to keep all the updated ones together.
Cool.
All right. And other than that, we're done for the night. So I'm going to go get these dogs, but I'll catch you guys later.
Alrighty, man.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
You too.
Later.
All right. Peace. All right, so I appreciate everyone coming out, and hopefully you enjoyed watching some D&D, but I got to go and get my dogs, so I will catch you later. Peace.